Previously on the Book of Spring.
After resting in Babou's pocket cottage and eating delicious cockatrice stew, the gang began their trek into the Deadwood. Travel was going pretty well until their donkey Crispin drew the attention of two tumbling nests and a disturbing battle was fought.
I'd like to take a look at Crispin, make sure
Yes.
that he's kosher.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's been too...
He didn't get gnawed on too much?
No, like it kept pushing into him and you guys reacted faster than he could get too hurt.
Can I soothe him?
Yeah, sure. How do you see them?
I'm just going to be like, shh, it's okay. And like pet his head.
Uh-huh.
I think horses like that. I assume donkeys also like that.
Sure. I mean, who doesn't like being touched on the head?
So this is a long shot. Arthur's really curious about these weird ass monsters. Is there any information in my book that might be related to, since they're like tumbleweeds and potentially plant-like? Like, is there any mention of it? Because Arthur's just curious now.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay.
Okay, when he's done with that roll, can I just start taking whatever I can to use it as food later?
Nah, I rolled a 4.
Yeah, you could tell that there is plant matter. I mean, like plant matter, but you're trying to find that plant information.
Yeah.
But as you're like looking at the plants matter, that it's trying to like crumble, and you can't really get a good idea of how to cross-reference it in your book.
Too much blood.
Too much rat fur and blood.
Yeah,
And
because
yes,
I'm using
you
my
can
whatever trapping or whatever
Yes,
it
you
was
can.
to just like get food out of it. So that's I believe that's trapping. So that's Dex Int.
Yes.
And he's just like going through like this rat plant pile and just like getting whatever he can to make food out of it later. And that's a 9.
It's the monster's level times 2.
Aw.
And so let me see what the monster's level was. 5, 10.
Aw.
So you were only able to...
I can't use a fumble point retroactively.
No,
can I?
I'm not going to allow that. But you didn't know.
Yeah.
But yes, it's fine. Like, I'm not going to give you a full success. You are able to get, like, you're scraping off the, like, whatever meat material you can find. You only get one ration worth of
I found
edibles.
one good rat. just one fat rat out of the pile.
Sure.
Like,
I'll let you eat that one.
That's still not. So you get mark down one rat ration.
one rat ration. One rat.
Jerky can you get out of a rat?
I don't know. We'll find out, won't we?
I'll use this as spice.
There is one more thing I want to do. How did everybody do in terms of combat and damage? Is everybody okay?
I'm probably fine. I got 13.
I took no damage.
Okay. Because I just want to do like a checkup after this, because there's a lot of rat biting going on. Yeah. Jake
Some
probably
rats
bit.
crawled up my body and started eating me. They're like, ah! Like that one horror show. Was it Willard or whatever? Yeah. I got 6 points of damage on me, so I have 18 health points left. I'm still pretty good. You know, I'm not like ah.
Are you just wanting to glean some
Yeah, I'll just
information?
do instead of healing. I just want to check on everybody's
if they've got any
bite
like
marks.
bite marks. Sure.
Make
yes.
sure they're not infected and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that sounds good.
I could give you my rat ration and you just observe that if you want.
I'll just do
rat.
whatever it is. It's going to be 2d8. So, man, that's a 5.
I mean, they look like blistered wounds, like you would get, like you remember your cat, Monsieur Fromage.
Oh, it's sunny out, so I got a 6.
It's still, it's so funny because the level of the monster is 5, and it's so funny like a +1 be's like, I'm not sure. Oh wait, I know exactly. You're knowing that, like, as you're looking at it, yeah, these rats were not clean. They're not good. If they next day rolled a condition lower than a 6, they're gonna take I think it's poison.
Oh, okay.
Let me look at it.
I can't believe somebody's not been cleaning these wild rats.
Yeah, it would be sickness. They would get inflamed and sickness.
I'm actually
Well,
immune to sickness.
I have some soap. I'm going to wash everybody up.
Everybody. You just
No,
slap
I'll
on
just-
the rubber gloves.
I'll just pass the soap that I have to Jake and Colleen, because I know they got bit.
Colleen
actually-
would definitely appreciate that soap.
Yeah,
I thought I wrote down somewhere that I'm actually immune to sickness.
you might
That
be.
sounds right.
Yeah, it's status effect immunity sickness. So it's not like
You should
Bite
still,
more, rat.
yeah, like
you
whatever.
should still probably wash your arms.
Okay,
Jake is
sure,
nibbling
whatever.
on him.
Yeah, just grooming myself like a dog.
Yeah.
like lick, just whatever.
Licking doorknobs
Yeah.
and dead rats.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. It's about
Yeah, I'll do a strength roll to hold Jake down as I wash his arms.
Are you
Does not
strong
like
enough to
bats.
fight against the dog?
pug, maybe.
What is your strength anyway?
It's 8.
It's 8. I'm 10.
All right, I'll let Jake be poisoned tomorrow.
Yeah, you say that, and then you just like realize that Jake's
just
still
buffs up.
jacked. Yeah, he's just
I never
like, yeah,
noticed
you
the
can try.
muscles. It's like when you haven't seen someone for a while and you're like, oh, he's jacked.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Underneath the pug fur,
Yeah.
that boy jacked.
Try to hold me down and scrub me. What the heck? Arthur, what's wrong with
I
you?
mean, it is. Maybe he is thinking of you as just a dog, like that needs a bath.
Yeah,
Like dog won't do it himself.
Right.
Jake likes pets. It's just pets with
Yeah.
water and
It's
soap.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Speaking of which, are you using our water rations to bathe the dog man?
I'm not giving him a bath.
I think
I saw the muscles and I
you got scared.
yeah.
It's like, oh, he's stronger than me.
Okay, so it's now probably about, dinner time. You've traveled about 8 hours today. Yes.
I don't know.
You're just grinning.
I was like rat ration. We're good. Is rat ration only good for one person though, or is it like for?
If it's one ration, yeah.
Can I hide the rat ration? No, I'm not gonna make anybody else. eat
Oh
the rat.
no.
No.
Okay. As you're, I'm assuming, getting ready to set up for camp, you do hear thunder overhead. It's gotten darker as you're looking for areas to camp.
I would like to do the cottage again.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll for it. Just don't fumble.
See how I
Turn everybody into a cottage.
I got a 9. So I'm
Okay,
good.
yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, a cottage will pop up for you guys.
I was thinking like a failed cottage roll would be like the cottage appears, but the doors won't open. So it's
There
like,
is no door.
there is no door. There you go.
Or it's like the front of a set of a western.
It's just a
facade.
facade.
This is a facade. You open the doors,
That's
there's
funny.
nothing behind it.
Pretty good.
It's so funny to me that you have to roll. Your cottage gives you +2 the camp check. Did we discuss like
It makes sense now. Because it's like you could make a cottage anywhere. It doesn't say like you're doing it for the camp.
Okay, gotcha. Like so, Babou could have done it. Okay,
Just for fun.
To me, in my mind, like making a camp isn't just making a tent or
Yeah.
coverage. You're making a site,
Yeah.
an area that's safe.
sure.
So there's like other things into play, like
Yeah.
making sure it's a good area without any like poisonous snakes here and there. And
Gotcha.
whatever.
Sure. Okay, so camp check, please. I'm assuming you guys are camping tonight.
Whoever makes
you
it
to do it.
gets +2.
Yeah.
I am fine making it again since I did the cottage thing.
What was it again?
And it's Dex in,
Dex in?
which I got a fat in right now.
Yeah, I'm just 8-8 if I do it.
Same.
If you want to do it, go. If you want to go for it, go for it.
Okay. Jake, would you like to help?
Sure.
I got a 14.
So I had to
natural.
roll 8-8 and just
Yeah.
see what.
Yeah.
You roll higher.
I got a 5.
You do not help.
You're like,
I'm too fixated with this rat.
He's just playing with it.
Yeah, he's just like, I got
you've
this
got the rat ration and you like, I feel like you want to eat it.
I want to make a rat salad. Like it.
Somehow that's weirder.
Yeah, it is weirder, but he's
Gravy.
gravy. There you go. I can make
Like a squirrel gravy, but
a rat stew, maybe.
All Jake is making a stew. All right, Babou.
I got a 14, so
Yeah,
it did.
you get done. All right. Do you want to make dinner for everybody, Jake?
I will make a rat stew if that's all right.
With you.
I'll make a rat stew.
I'm gonna eat my own ration tonight.
I don't
I mean, he could make it delicious.
It'll be the best rat stew.
Would you eat a delicious rat stew?
Yes.
What is this? Strength
If
and
I knew the
dex?
rats were like clean
Yeah, these rats aren't.
in real life.
these
if we're talking
rats
real
are
life.
Charles briquettes, so
And Jake just looks at you and goes,
think
"You
they do
don't
fine at
trust
that
me?
point."
You don't trust me?" It's like, oh,
Strength dex, and you're going to be looking for I said 8.
8. Okay, strength dex. You know what? Since he's never worked with rats before, I'll say he concentrates for this activity. So I only have 2 MP left. I'm concentrating for this, so it's a +2, and I got 11, and then +2, so that's 13.
So you didn't crit, though.
I didn't crit, no, but I
So you
I
took
got
these
the number.
disgusting rations and made them edible. So it's not going to give anybody a
A
plus.
rat's disgusting?
It
You never
was-
said disgusting ration when I got it.
I thought the part where I said
the rat made it implied.
I
Yeah.
thought the rat made it implied the fact that you got bit and it was going to blister and fester and wound the next day.
Okay, well, so basically I just cleaned it and then it just became okay.
Yeah, you put
Yeah.
all that effort into making acceptable rations.
That is fine with me. I took, you know what? That's a win. That is a win in Jake's book. He took something that was disgusting and made it into food.
Yes, that was like
Fair point.
like in your mind. I like to imagine like literally everybody's like looking at this rat that has like a fly buzzing around it, and its eyes are like rolled back in its head. It's like all patchy, and everyone's going like, "Dude,
And Jake's
no."
looking at it like it's treasure. He's like, "Oh man, this is beautiful. I'm gonna make this a good food."
Yeah, so I'm going to remove the ration I have on me. That is what I'm eating tonight.
Okay.
It's not that I don't trust Jake. I just don't trust this plague rat.
Jake will look at you with judgmental eyes as if you don't trust me, do you?
I want to look at his arm. What do I see on his arm now?
Go ahead.
Now that it's nighttime. 9.
I mean, with Jake, because he has immunity to sickness, like
Look good.
he just looks like the same it was a while ago.
Just checking.
So yeah, I make this good food. It's like, what was it? I make a stew, I guess, with this rat, and it's like kind of like a chowder, I guess, maybe even
Colleen also does
rat
not
chowder.
want any.
Rat chowder. It's good.
Does Babou eat his rats?
Oh,
too?
for sure. Are you kidding me?
Bob's not gonna judge.
Babu's standards are
I
so
really
low.
wish I had a reference for what rat tastes like, so I could explain it, but I don't know. I just imagine it tastes all right.
I think squirrel was probably right.
Pretty probably close to squirrel. It's a little stringy.
Kind of stringy and tiny,
Yeah.
little bones.
I think as far as spices go, Jake made it so it's a little spicy, so you don't
Taste
Is the
that.
plague?
you don't pay too much mind to the rat, but it's not so spicy.
Pepper
that it's
was very
overbearing, you know?
valuable.
You know when we had the cockatrice and we were like, oh, you just need the natural flavor of the cockatrice. It's a good enough meat.
Yeah.
The rat is like, let's hide the natural taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, it just wanted to have a little zing. I'm not saying I'm like completely masking. And then also cockatrice, it's chicken, dude. You know,
Big ass
chicken.
Big ass muscly chicken.
Pretty much, you know.
This is your guys' dinner conversation. All right. So, as you guys are eating and enjoying your rat stew and rations, the rain, you can start to hear the rain hit the roof of the cottage.
Okay.
And it's starting to rain pretty heavily. You sleep, and the next morning you wake up, and it's a rainy day. And at this point in time in the Deadwood, it has become more dense. So, instead of like sparse trees when you're first going, and as you kept walking into this wood, the more and more dead trees, and there's more actual foliage as well.
And we all critted on our condition check.
Oh yeah, you just have to roll your condition checks now.
Ah,
I'm just setting the scene for the morning, like
Yeah.
when you wake up and you look outside.
We get it.
Yeah.
It's very. Yeah. I was just hoping you didn't forget the condition check.
I wanted her to.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I said
Rolling the condition check it's dicey.
Would this still be Wood's part?
You are guys, so it's raining today. Also, the condition check doesn't matter for the typography
Okay.
at all. Your condition is just straight.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 9.
Okay, you're fine.
I was just seeing a way to justify getting a 10.
Oh,
I got a lovely 4.
there are no bonuses for condition check. You got a what?
I got a 4.
Ooh, that rat stew hit you a little wrong.
Oh no, I also got a 4.
Oh, you guys both ate rat stew.
Oh,
14.
so it's like we get out of bed, we're like, yeah, we're ready to start the day. Good.
Jake and I have the runs.
Yeah, we had the regular rations. So.
Mistakes were made.
But by the time you like get up well rested and Babu's already been up for 3 hours shitting, it's just
God,
I
that sucks.
I am giving you guys a status effect. Yeah, you wake up and that rat, you really probably shouldn't have eaten it. So you have a sickness. Basically, it's
But if I'm immune to sickness, can I have sickness, or can I have
could be
something
poisoned. I think poisoned is probably
Poison's
most apt.
probably
okay. We'll do poison instead,
'Cause, like, food poisoning.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay, so we'll do food poisoning. I said earlier the rat. If Colleen didn't roll better than a 6 today, she would. So you guys got poison status effect number 6. Poison reduces your strength die by 1 size.
I'm down from a D4 to a D half.
You're flipping a coin.
I'm a D2.
Oh wow.
All right. So Arthur's been reading in his book last night because he knows the next day these guys are not going to be in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm going to
knew the
do
score.
Yeah, so I'm going to do first aid on both of them.
please.
I can relieve a character status for an hour. It also reduces the strength of the status ailment by your current level. If this reduces the strength of the status ailment to 0 or below, then it's immediately cured.
Which it will.
So-
That's what it, because your level is 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you
So-
don't flub it,
So what is the status effect strength? It is
6.
So that will also be the target number that I have to hit. So I'm basically going to have, let's see, I was just thinking of narratively what I could use to kind of help. Probably
You have any herbs on you?
a little bit of water.
Some Pepto.
Yeah. Pepto-Bismol. You got that pink stuff?
Your
mean,
feet hurt?
Yeah.
Gonna put some of that Vicks Vapor Rub on our feet.
So I want to make it narrative. The actual mechanic doesn't rely on an herb, but I would like to have something that I could use to...
Look, if you
got
give
some
me a hit
demon
of that
lacquer.
fat blunt, I'd be fine.
Unless Hinluta plant is a Pepto-Bismol in leaf form. I don't know. Anyway, I can at least do the mechanic, and that's what I will do. So I'll start with Jake. I just got to hit a 6. I got a 7 on that.
Nice.
Okay, so I don't
You
have...
rub his tummy?
I'm like, Jake, I'm not going to say I told you so. Now, Babou,
But you'll feel it.
I'll just imply it.
I got a 10.
Oh, yes.
I'll just kind of shake my head at you.
You should know better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake's a dog, but you're a
You've walked
wizard.
this planet for how many decades?
Stop counting after 10.
Wow.
So yeah, just the status effect is cured for both.
Nice.
Cool.
Good job.
All right, so I'm back to my normal D4 strength.
And your guys' conditions still stay the same, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're still both at 4.
Still both of 4.
I think I might have something to do, like magical. Let me see. Last time we did this, it did not go well for you, Jake. Would you risk it again?
What, condition checks?
Yeah, if I let you re-roll your condition check.
That's right, dude.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had that one plant that I can use on a night before that makes people sleep.
I mean,
well.
like, the last time you made me reroll, I just got worse anyway.
I'll remember that
So
for
it's
next
like-
time.
So in my opinion, it's just like 50-50. I'll be better or I'll be worse. So
Okay. Well, since he already cured our condition, our statuses, I think I can't do it.
I think I'm fine. I'll be all right. I mean, what's the condition check do other than whatever ailment that I was supposed to get?
Combat,
Combat?
How does it affect combat?
initiative, or potentially. Is it magic done on condition? The target number?
Yes.
Yes.
So I think that's what I'm thinking.
So
of.
if we
Yeah. How often do we get magical creatures
Yeah,
that we
how
fight?
often do we get magical creatures?
So yeah, if he hadn't first aided us, I could have done remove touch, where if you're suffering a condition, you get to re-roll it, your condition check, and use the new one if it's higher. But I think I'll just suffer and roll the dice that we're not going to get into a fight right away.
What?
Give me a tell. Give me something. Twitch.
You exit your cottage and there's a necromancer.
Yeah, Paco has rats crawling all over him.
Got rats for eyes.
Yes, rats coming out of his ears, rats coming out of his eyes, coming out of his
Gross.
mouth.
I'm taking over the
So
All right, so what's your plan?
I want to gather some more herbs.
Sure.
It's an action I do in the morning.
Yeah.
So I want to do that again. Strengthen int. And then target number is topography. I got a 7. Unless the woods terrain, well, I guess it would because I'm using the
Raining
terrain.
really hard outside right now, just FYI.
Yeah, but if it is a woods, then my total number is 8
Let me look.
plus 9 because of the boots.
And so remind me, you get what's a success is you have to roll the topography?
Yeah,
Okay, let me look at this.
so that is a 9 total.
So yeah, and so the level of herb that you should get would be level 2, right?
Yeah, they always have one herb specifically for each terrain type.
Yeah.
But since this one's a multiple terrain type, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. So you're out looking around, and it's been raining, and you'll find a crowned morning glory,
Okay. Thank you.
and
Which is
also.
good, because I used the last one I had on Jake.
Gotcha. And so yeah, you're rustling around and like looking through this new foliage and through the roots of the trees, and you hear a
Bless you?
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right.
Oh God. No,
Not a
it's gonna be
caterpillar,
something
is it?
cute.
How close am I to the cottage where everybody is?
Thank you.
not too far off. You guys were in a little copse.
The cottage does last for 12 hours, so
Well,
if we
I'm not gonna call the whole party over just for someone sneezing. I'll just walk up to them and say, "Bless you."
Can you roll a perception check
Yes.
first?
And what's perception again?
It is, I believe.
Dex int.
Is
I
it?
thought that's what we've been doing for notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dexent.
8 plus any terrain. That would be 9 if it's the wood still.
It's still 9. So, okay. So you're looking down the ground, because the noise you're hearing sounds like it's coming down from the ground. So yeah, you're looking down, and you do see sprouting up around the foot of this tree little mushrooms.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
But as you're looking closer, you can see that these don't look... Wait, that's not the mushroom. That's something's holding the mushroom. And you see a tiny, like 3-inch tall, what looks like a dragon.
Dragon?
With a little snail
my
shell on
God.
its back.
Oh.
And it goes... And then there's other little dragons,
Oh no.
Oh, no.
and they're all like around this one little... So it's like a little... Like they're holding little mushroom umbrellas.
Okay.
And one's just going...
Are they sneezing at a little snail dragon funeral?
Oh, God. This was supposed to be cute.
Are the mushrooms black?
No!
Are they grieving umbrellas?
Are they really sneezing or are they crying?
Is it-
Oh my God.
Babu,
Is-
I mean, not Babu. You're not Babu. Arthur, what do you do?
So, I don't expect they're going to talk to me. I'm just going to say, like, hello, little ones. And I'm going to kind of like, is there something that I can shield the rain around that I can prop up?
Do you have an umbrella or anything on you?
You have a shield.
I do have a shield. I will check. I may have bought an umbrella. Let me check.
You know Colleen's going to get mad at you if she hears that they were tiny dragons.
Well, I'll come back. I don't have an umbrella, but I do have
A pot lid?
the RCK poncho.
Okay.
So I'll prop up the poncho.
Like over a dead branch, maybe?
Yeah, I'll just make a little tiny
As
little tent.
soon as they realize you're there, you can see all of them look scared and like put like the mushroom down over them. But the one that's like sneezing looks up at you and just...
Oh, it's okay, little one. I don't think of herbs I have. So what I'll do is, I know the Crown Morning Glory is specifically for making better sleep. But I know that it is.
This dragon to sleep.
No.
Good night, little dragon.
It helps increase condition for the next day.
Yeah.
So knowing that property, I'm going to put the little leaf down in front of it and say, "Here you go, little one."
And it like looks at it and like steps away from it.
Well,
And it doesn't like, and it's like, and then like the other little mushrooms are like kind of starting to shake and kind of back away from you.
all right, I'm gonna back away from all this. I'm just, they're covered now. They're not talking to me. I don't have any little tissues on me.
All right, yeah.
You don't have any kind of knowledge on things like these, do you?
I can roll for it.
Yeah.
I got a 10 for the knowledge.
So what are you trying to figure out right now?
It's kind of like what specifically these are, what kind of to expect from them in nature. Like an entry that would appear in like a nature book.
Yeah, sure. So let's say like in your study learning about dragons on Loam, you know that there are weather dragons. And this one is specifically a rain dragon. And they're very, very shy and very, very timid and very, very delicate. And it takes, I don't know, they just need like a soft personality to like really like help them kind of come out. Like they're very, very shy.
All right.
Arthur's like, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to shove leaves into them.
I got the rain taken care of. There's a leaf there. I'm a giant to them, so I don't feel like I could do too much more to the situation. So I'm going to go report back on in the cottage.
Yep. So Arthur comes back into the cottage after.
Hey guys, you know about our experiences with small, cute, tiny things. I found some snail dragons. I think they might be a weather dragon.
Snail dragons?
Well, a dragon that looks like a snail or a snail that looks like a dragon. One of those two. This one's just sneezing up a storm. And
Oh my God.
I don't really know how to deal with this. I got them out of the rain and I left them a little leaf. But Babou, do you know anything about them? Colleen?
Yeah, I mean, you did pretty good, but I guess I can try and see if I do better.
Use your big swollen brain with the traditional knowledge or whatever it was.
Oh, my big brain has gone back down to a normal big brain.
So for one day, it just swole up for no reason.
Yeah, I got a 12.
So Arthur's telling you about rain dragons, like rain dragons, and it's sneezing. Like, when did they get sick? Like, I've never heard of a sick rain dragon, especially during the rain. That's when they're thriving. So there's something, so you can convey that.
Could it be I mean, they're like land dragons, right? Like they generate.
Yeah, so
They just like rain.
yeah, they're
Do they make the rain or do they follow the rain?
they follow the rain.
Okay. Could it have something to do with how like blasted this landscape is?
You're using your big brain?
Yeah.
You're like, man, there's a lot of stuff going on with Deadwood, and I've been hearing weird things. It's strange that, is it something, like, why is this dragon sick? They don't usually get sick like this.
Okay. Yeah, I'll mention that.
Okay, well, I need to go see them.
Well, you have to be careful. They seemed very afraid of us, but it makes sense. They're very tiny. So, the book I have, the field guide, does it have the cure for the common cold in there?
Sure.
Some Robitussin or some...
I would say yes, you would.
Okay.
Like, you would have that ability. So, what's the plan?
Yeah, now that I'm back in the cottage, I have an access to, water, more things I can work with.
Yeah.
I want to try and make a little bitty, like a dropper of some medicine
Okay.
that I can put in like a little leaf bowl.
Okay.
Here you
Yep.
go.
All right, yeah, sure.
So
Please roll for that. That would be like I would say that's like it's like your healing check, your whatever your medicine check
okay,
is.
that would be in spirit.
Yes.
Which is spirit's my lowest one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate,
Uh-huh.
and I'm also going to use a fumble point.
Okay.
So I'm down to 10 MP, and I'm down to 6 fumble points.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
You've been hoarding them.
I have 5, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's going to be D68 plus 2. Is there any weather bonuses for this roll? I am inside.
You're
now.
inside.
That'd be 8, 9, 10.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You can make your medicine.
Oh no, that would be 12 because of the bonuses.
Yes.
So then I'll head back out, and if anybody wants to follow me,
Is there, like, in the cottage, like, a saucer or some kind of, like, super shallow bowl?
I mean, that's up to Babou. How does Babou summon this cottage?
So I didn't really think if there would be like
Furnishing.
No, there's probably like a cabinet with like plates and stuff because there's a big dinner table. So yeah, I'll say yeah. There's like a sauce, like a soup sauce. Yes, sure. There's whatever you want.
She puts a little bit of water in that,
Uh-huh.
and she wants to bring it out.
Okay. All right. So you guys head back over.
Yep.
You can see that they've been now underneath the little mushrooms that had walked away are back around their little sick friend.
A little funeral.
Gosh!
It's like a Make-A-Wish.
She's not dead yet.
God, he's not dead.
They're gonna go see their friend at the cancer ward.
Oh my God, Chris.
and
Okay.
has the leaf been touched yet?
You can see that they don't know what to do with it really. Like one of them's like playing with it, like having it up, like, ooh, this is a bigger umbrella than like the little mushroom umbrella. They didn't. But
All
so
right.
as
I'll
you
let them
how are you guys approaching?
Colleen is on her belly and, like, crawling.
Yeah, that's
the
the
bowl.
same with Arthur. Like just being a giant shadow that's
Yes.
tall. No,
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
I was gonna say Jake like does like a kind of respectful thing to these things, which is
Oh, you're coming
kind
too?
of strange. Yeah, he comes along and he like kind of like approaches them, but then like kneels on his like not
Yeah.
like not very fast, just like slowly approaches them, gets on his knees and kind of like does like a
Yeah.
respectful, kind of like sitting position, and then kind of like bows to them or whatever.
Sure.
And just kind of like shows his palms to show that he has no ill intentions,
Yeah.
basically.
What's your etiquette roll? Like I want you guys
yeah.
all to roll basically a
Mine's Dex and Int.
yeah. So can everybody give me a Dex int check?
Everybody does dicks ink.
Since I'm on my belly coming over here, I'm gonna count that as I'm concentrating,
Okay.
I will, too, because I'm not going to scare these things off.
and I'll use a fumble point.
And Babou's inside the cottage still.
Babu's just like, whatever.
I was trying to think if Babou would come. I think I would.
Out of curiosity.
Watch from a distance.
Yeah, because I don't think I really. Colleen seems like she really wants to do it. So yeah,
And you don't want to overwhelm these little creatures.
Yeah.
with my love.
I'll go ahead and concentrate too. He's just
5, 6, 7. Any weather bonuses for
plus
this
2
one?
to this.
What do you?
What do you say when you say weather bonus? what
Yes,
do you
I'm
mean?
very curious.
Well,
Because it's raining. and
yeah.
He's
Oh.
got items.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
they come into play whenever you do things in the environment, like when we were crushing berries.
Oh, I
in the
thought it was
rain.
like travel checks. and
Yeah, I thought it
stuff
was
like
with
that.
travel.
I think it's
check.
more than that. Let me double check in the book. I'm pretty sure it affects any action done in
In the
weather.
rain. Okay.
That's fucking 7.
Then that would just be a 7.
Okay.
10.
I got 7.
Yeah. All right. I was looking for 6. Like they're like this is easy to do, like what you guys are doing. So yeah, you're approaching, and once they like the other ones that are attending the sick one see you, they kind of like get back a little bit, and they get back and they're just watching you.
Colleen's
And they're
coming
just
up real
watching.
slow, and she's like talking really quiet so that she doesn't spook them, just so that they know she's coming. Kind of like, "Hey, little guys, I'm gonna come see you. Okay, now don't be scared."
Awesome. So yeah, they back away, but they're not shaking like they were when they saw Arthur, and they're just watching now.
Okay. I'm going to put that little container of medicine out, just kind of like push it along the ground very gently, closer to them.
And the little dragon that's sick goes, "Achoo," and just doesn't, and looks at it, but doesn't really understand what this is.
Colleen is scooting closer.
All right, I'll stick my finger and get a drop, and I'll put it to my mouth. Like, go, this is good.
And it looks...
Jake's like, you eat something off the ground, but you wouldn't eat my rat? What the heck?
This is medicine.
That's just offensive.
The opposite of medicine.
But it's on the ground or whatever. I don't know what you...
It's in a container.
Oh, it's in the container.
Yeah.
Never mind. My bad.
I didn't spray it on the ground.
I thought you were talking about the leaf.
Oh, no.
And then it goes, "Achoo." And Colleen, give me a perception check, just like a perception of like understanding why aren't they like what's happening here?
Probably like a Dexent.
Yes.
Or Spirit or something.
Dexent.
It's all 8s. 9.
So you're looking like you're watching Arthur trying to teach this dragon. You're realizing that they don't really get concepts like they're not understanding. There's obviously a barrier in communication, so it doesn't know what to do really.
So she's got this little shallow dish of water, and she's gonna do the thing you do with a cat, like hold out her palm first so that they can kind of smell her. So I don't know, do they chill out or are they curious? What are they doing?
So the sick one is looking at the water, and it'll start to move towards your hand, and it'll start to look at you, and then we'll look at the water. And
she's gonna dip her fingertip in that water and kind of hold it up near his mouth,
and it sniffs your. And this little tiny tongue comes out and goes,
"Oh my god!" She loves it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna do the same thing with the medicine.
And it goes.
He doesn't like it.
And it. And then it licks it up.
She does the water again.
And it keeps doing this process until the medicine's gone.
All right, I scooch my belly backwards.
Like I was thinking Metal Gear crawl right now.
No, I'll give them some space.
Yeah.
There's a cardboard box.
And so yeah, it'll drink all the medicine, and is this magical medicine essentially? Like it should have immediate effects.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So you start to see like it was like a kind of palish gray, like a blue slate gray, and as it's getting better, it's like more colors coming to it, and it's starting to look like its other friends, and it's now a more blue, like a lighter blue color. And
they don't have to eat it to keep it pure now. Keep the bloodline pure.
Oh my god!
What are you talking about?
About the other snails eating it. That's why they were like surrounding it. You know, they're like getting ready to kill them.
You don't get better. We're gonna cannibalize
So
you.
it hops down from your palm, and then it'll go over to its other little guys. And then as he joins it, you can see a wind picks up, and then all of them kind of like float off.
Aww,
That was weird.
majestic.
All right, you guys ready to travel?
That was adorable.
Jake, what's wrong with Jake?
Nothing. Jake's is like, okay, bye.
Colleen is pumped. She is ready for everything.
Yeah,
All
ready
of
to
it.
travel.
Their curiosity. That's what Jake saw them as. At least they seem to be smart enough to do things. So Jake's fascinated by that, but also there's like this barrier in communication or whatever. Because they're smart enough to use like mushrooms as an umbrella, so they have some sense of intelligence.
Yeah.
So he's like, I wonder what they're like, or what a life as a little weather dragon is like.
Do you just say this as you're walking back?
No, he's just thinking this internally.
As the rain pours on his head.
It's just that the GM's poking me, so it's like, well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Yeah, good. Awesome. So now you guys are ready to start your day. That was and so you will have to travel now and see how well you travel. Which you guys are like, oh, strength dex.
Okay, so +1 because I'm well traveled. Plus, I'm gonna put my poncho on. Like, I don't think it gives me any bonuses, but it seems like the only time.
Colleen's wearing the rain boots.
My RC, because it's like, I think it's technically a camo cloak.
It is a camo
not a
cloak,
full
yeah.
poncho.
So what was the weather again?
It's 8 + 1, so 9.
No,
Your target number.
the-
It's raining.
Raining. Okay.
And you're in a hybrid wasteland woods.
Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, I got +5.
Okay.
And a travel check is
You got
dexterity.
+5.
I do.
Do they
So-
stack? Yeah, they do stack. As
So
long
I've
as it's coming
got
from different sources.
+1 because I'm a well-traveled minstrel, which I forgot last time. I've got +2 because one of my favorite terrains is woods. I've got a +1 because I've got a walking staff, so that's +4. And then I've got +5 for my jungle boots. +1 for my jungle boots, making it a +5.
Oh, I got +3 then. I keep forgetting about the jungle boots.
You guys got sweet jungle boots.
We did. I'm glad that was a good call. I don't remember who suggested it. I know it was not me.
Colleen got them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this sounds good. Let's all get
And
some."
y'all were jealous.
Yeah.
Man, those look pretty fly.
I got
I wish I had some.
I got an 11.
So I got a 7. I think that's all the bonuses I got.
I got a 13.
So your number was 9. Did you hit it 9 or above?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So travel check
Wait,
means.
Colleen, did you make it?
No.
How bad?
4.
Okay.
So
Oh my gosh, the sick boys. The dysentery boys.
We were too busy nursing cute little dragons.
Yeah,
back
maybe
to
Colleen is just too sad that they're gone already.
Yeah. So what happens when you fail your travel check is your current HP is halved.
That's fine. I got
Sounds
15
about right.
now.
this grass is wasteland. Never mind. This ground is extra slippery. Oh no. That's what I think of when you're having trouble traveling in rain.
Arthur is, now that he knows these little dragons exist, he's too busy, he's too distracted looking for like, oh, I don't want to step on any more dragons. I gotta,
Aw.
Look at these amateurs
Yeah. So what happens? Did you,
worrying about other life forms.
tripped on a route.
yeah, I would say
It's muddy out, too.
I was walking, there was an incline down, and I slipped, and I ended up, my foot was probably like, hit one of those roots.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a status of twisted ankle 4,
Okay.
which shouldn't affect you if you have a higher condition than 4.
I have a condition of 9.
Okay, you're fine. So that only comes into effect if you tomorrow you roll a 4 or under.
Okay.
So just keep that in check. Okay, so what happened with Colleen? You're also kind of head in clouds thinking about the dragons?
Well, she was on the wet ground, so maybe her clothes are all wet and
And so you're soggy.
Not feeling great,
and
yeah.
It's chilly. Okay. Then I'll just give you basically the same. It's like, we'll say chill, which is a exhaustion because it's just cold and you're shivering and making you cold, and it'll be exhaustion 4. So again, that only will affect you tomorrow if you roll less than.
Okay.
And then 4 for your condition.
I went canoeing the other weekend, and I made the mistake of wearing shoes with socks
Oh,
instead of like sandals.
yes.
It was, I think wet socks deserve to be a condition of their own.
Yes.
It really does. It's
the worst.
miserable.
And if you're walking like at all, just blisters instant.
Yeah.
The worst.
Ugh.
Canoeing is great though.
It was fun. Yeah.
All right. Now, Jake, you're the mapper, right? So you have to roll the direction check, and you can ask somebody to help you.
I'm the map.
I think one person can help with getting in. You want to stay on course. You're trying to stay course northeast, but now you can't really see the sun because it's cloudy out, and so the check is 9. Yeah.
It's int, isn't it?
Yes.
I will help if that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. I got
Int. I'm going to concentrate again.
I got a 14.
So plus one
plus
is-
1. Okay.
+1, and I'm concentrating, so that's a total of +3. And I really did a good job on that one. I got a 15.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah. So you are able to stay the course. You're like, yeah, wind's blowing that way.
Oh no, now the finger that was wet is getting wet again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's raining.
Did the lick motion, like you gotta check the wind.
And
But
it's like, yeah. But yeah, so you're able to stay on course. You're okay. So you guys have traveled another 8 hours, and it's again time to set up camp if you want to.
Yeah, we should. But how far off are we? Would you?
So you knew that roughly you're like it's going to be maybe 4 to 5 days to get into the deep wood.
Okay.
Like truly being in and then finding that maybe that location.
Okay, so we're like a third of the way through. That's fine, or half maybe.
You're on day 2. This is day 2.
And we have not to get the double time. You have to roll a crit on the
Yes.
direction check.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the thank you, the cabin.
Uh-huh.
So Dex cottage. Cabin, cottage. Those seem like synonyms to me. Is that not correct?
Just about. I think it's an aesthetic thing.
So I keep forgetting I have well traveled. So after using the summoning the cottage, I've actually got a +3 to my camp check.
Oh, dang.
So 13. We make it.
Nice.
Oh, that's actually, it's 2 5s, but yeah, that doesn't count as a crit. Because neither of them, it's not like 2 6s. Or whatever.
Yeah, not unless you're rolling 2d5s.
All right, so you've got your cottage.
Yes.
All right, and then who's making the camp check?
That was me.
Oh, you did do it.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry. I didn't realize. I thought you were rolling your spell.
Oh, shit. I do need to do that, actually. I did not whiff my
Okay,
spell.
we're fine. So yeah, you guys have set up camp.
It's still weird to me, because, like, that one, like, I keep forgetting that I have to roll everything, even if there's, like, no conceivable downside.
Yeah, I
But-
know. It's weird.
It
I think
makes
that's
sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's just
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it down yet.
What's the continuity of this cottage? Does it reset every time you cast it? Or
No,
can
that
we
was-
have our own little nooks?
That was
we-
my original plan, was that I'm summoning the same cottage again and again from Hammerspace. So it's like,
That's cool.
if you shit on the floor, there's still going to be shit on the floor tomorrow.
There are no magical elves cleaning up the shit.
We call it cottage.
I have a spell that does... Yes, cottage space.
Cottage space.
I have a spell that does that summons elves. So if we make a mess, maybe I do that.
Colleen is offended.
Well, they're like tiny elves.
Oh, these are the
They're different.
these are
They're
the
elves. They're elves versus elves.
They're
Yes.
they're not the elfen, they're the elfin.
There you go. Exactly.
There's a whole different
elfin
concept.
and elven. Yes.
Elfen.
Okay, so yeah, time to eat. Marking out rations. Are you gonna cook anything, Jake?
I don't have any rats on me, unfortunately. So
Do you have any more rations left to
I think I
get rid
have.
of?
Let me check. I know I used the one I had on
used up
me.
the
Because I
cockatrice
have
meat.
plenty. I just wanted to make some space for you.
I would probably just take one ration from the pot.
How are we doing on donkey food?
Oh yeah, I forgot you have to feed the animals, don't you?
I guess
They've been kind of
no.
grazing.
I
We can-
remember.
I can keep
as long as we
2
don't
for free.
Yeah, keep them for free, and I can do that
They
as
ju-
well.
That's interesting. They're just really good at grazing this.
Yeah.
They ate the plant matter from the rats, and then they've been eating whatever they can find. Moss, the moss and fungi that's been growing on the trees. And stuff.
Cockatrice meat says size 4, so I don't.
That was
know.
4 rations.
That's 4 rations, and we ate them.
You already ate them, yeah.
All right.
You can cook rations.
I can cook rations.
I mean, basically,
I'll
they're
s-
MREs.
Yeah, I'll just cook rations, I guess, and just make
Try
them
to make
better.
them. Try to make them delicious because they're good. So
Try to
you can
make
take them to delicious.
Try to make the rations
They're not
delicious.
disgusting.
Yes.
Going to okay.
That was the greatest realization.
We just had neutral rations, and you took a bad one and made it neutral.
Yeah, I don't have any rations on me.
I have all the rations.
You have all the
Yeah.
rations. That's what I was going to say. I was like, I'm pretty
So
sure
yeah, you take
have 'em.
4. You take 4 rations from the ration stockpile.
I'll attempt to make them better. And that's strength dex.
Yeah,
And you're trying to roll a 9. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Gosh.
Roll higher than a 9.
Yeah, higher
I don't know
than
why that. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. It's fine. It's assuming that you're cooking on the trail.
I got an 8.
You keep them mediocre.
He just like dumps them out and shakes them, and then like puts the on a plate, and that's pretty much it.
He's like, I'm tired of taking because you're got condition 4, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he's
You're
like
like-
on condition 4, and he's just like, oof.
Here you go. Eat. Here's your food. All right. Yeah.
Maybe he's just like sick after what happened, the rat incident. Is just like food. Ugh, food. No, not
So
today.
just to let you guys know, I did cast that Traveler's Tale of Benediction. So if anybody wants to wing like a journal or write something, you can. And at night's probably the best time to do it before you go to bed.
I think it would be 2,100 gold if you do.
Jesus. I should probably write about these dragons, I guess.
You want to write about the dragons? That's fine.
that does seem like
I'm trying to think of what Jake would write
Thank you
about.
for keeping track of our inventory, Kristen.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks.
The Hordes person.
I mean, all I would write about is how the rat meat was kind of like it could have been better. Maybe I'll try another time when some other
Are you
time.
gonna do actual like talk? Like you're gonna talk in Jake's voice as you write? Like that's how I'm gonna give you.
If you
Wait,
remember how
I thought-
Jake's
Or Colleen
Jake
could
or-
do it. Or is Jake or Colleen gonna do it? Because
Do
like
what?
To the letter.
letter.
you can do it, Colleen, if you want to. You're the money person, anyways,
And
or
she's
one
got
of the money
all
people.
those adorable little dragons to write
See,
about now.
Those two are the money people. They
Yes,
they're
they
the
fund
money
this
people.
expedition.
Yeah, and then we're just like,
We're just along for the ride.
You're
It's
eating
fine.
the rats.
Even
and-
though you're the leader.
I am the leader. I feel like I've done okay. Not terribly. Babou has not led us into death. Mm-hmm. I guess it's not over with.
No. I am not a scary GM. I'm just letting you tell you, like, I'm not gonna like sabotage you.
Your was a little intimidating.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Stop it!
She's going to write to her sister. Dear Holly, I wrote to Burton about the Nimwisp sheep that he was supposed to do some research, see if we could maybe keep one as a pet. I ran into these little things. I don't think we could keep them, but I just thought you should know about these tiny, tiny dragons that we found in the rain. They were so adorable, using mushrooms as umbrellas. And one of them was sick, and it was the cutest thing that I was able to, like, scoot up and feed it medicine from my fingertips. God, Holly, you would have loved them. Not that we would squish them, but, you know, it's like you could squish them. You just want, like, you squeeze a baby kind of thing. She gets it. Anyway, so far, things have been safe, but I'm not sure how things are going to go in the future. So take care of everything for me and make sure Burton is eating his veggies. Love, Colleen.
Awesome. Great.
That's good.
That's good. All right.
Meh.
Push those dragons.
I mean, you squeeze the cheeks.
Yeah. Oh, we would squish them, but
Poke
you
them.
probably squish them.
You could probably squish them.
Okay, cool. I guess you all will head to your respective bunks, and I would like all of you to give me a perception check while you're sleeping.
Oh.
Yeah.
9.
Dexant, right?
Yes.
I got 10.
We're having the same dream.
10.
What was it, Dexit?
Yes.
What are you doing here?
In the middle of the night, we hold hands while we're dreaming.
I'm just dreaming of Jake put rat after rat into his mouth, never stopping.
14?
It's terrifying.
Oh, man.
It's terrifying.
Colleen rolled a 14.
Dang.
That night vision coming in handy.
Well, it's
Dark vision.
those elf ears.
I mean, it's our guard senses.
Yeah.
Just like
Guard senses
light
too.
sleeper.
It's also one of my specialties this night, so
Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
maybe I could +1 to that 14.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. Whatever. Yeah.
15,
15.
sure.
Whatever.
Plus 2 because it's a weather terrain.
Oh, yeah, that
is
is
that
a
what it
plus
is?
2.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like-
Okay, 16.
So
I got
you
a plus
hear.
10.
So throughout the day, the rain has been ebbing and flowing, harder and lighter. And at one point in the night, it does lighten up a little bit, and you hear from outside the cabin the sound of Crispin braying.
God, Crispin.
But it's not like him to do it because it's like he's usually asleep at this time. You know, you've been with your pack animal a lot, so you hear hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw.
What do you mean it sounds
Outside.
like him to
And
do
nobody
that?
else heard that.
I'm pretty sure
No,
you, like,
everybody else is sleeping through the rain. If you've been enjoying Shapeshift, please leave a rating or review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your shows. Sharing what you like about this show and talking about it with others is also super helpful and appreciated. Plus, I would like to see your thoughts and comments as well, which you can share with me on Twitter, tagging either ShapeshiftCast or Rocket Orca. Shapeshift is a member of the Geekspective Network. There's also a lot of other shows you can find me on at geekspective.com. There's Red Mage, Blue Mage if you like Magic the Gathering, Party Like It's the Greatest Year in Film if you enjoy movies from 1999, and Tales from Moxbury, an actual play which is also streamed on the Don't Split the Podcast Network's Twitch channel every other Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come find news about it and other projects on my Twitter at Rocket Orca. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in 2 weeks. This episode was edited by Rudy Basso. You can find Rudy on Twitter at Rudy Basso. That's RUDYBASSO. Thanks, Rudy.